The ICC World T20 2012 kicked off at Hambantota with the host Sri Lanka registering a comfortable 82-run victory over the minnows Zimbabwe. Hello and welcome to Game Set and Match. I am Nishat Paivaidya, and on this show we will look back at Sri Lanka vs Zimbabwe, the opening game of the ICC World T20 2012. One can say that it was a day dominated by the Mendises. Jeevan Mendes put in an all-round performance while Ajantha Mendes completely dominated the clueless Zimbabwean batsmen with his tricky spin. Playing in their own den in front of their passionate supporters, Sri Lanka are one of the favourites to lift the coveted trophy. Zimbabwe on the other hand failed to put in a competitive performance, something they are very capable of doing. After being put into bat, Sri Lanka started off steadily with Tilakaratne Dilshan taking charge and attacking the Zimbabwean bowlers. With a few wickets falling, Sri Lanka were in a bit of a spot when Jeevan Mendes joined Kumar Sangakkara in the middle. The left-handers then constructed a well-paced partnership, one that rescued Sri Lanka and took them to their eventual total of 182. Some of the shots Jeevan Mendes played were breathtaking, and it showed that he was gradually fitting into his role in the Sri Lankan side. It was an important partnership because Sri Lanka needed to mix caution with aggression to prevent Zimbabwe a snip. At the halfway stage, it was obvious that Zimbabwe would have to bat out of their skins to get anywhere close to the huge total. The tricky Ajantha Mendes was making a comeback and he didn't disappoint, scalping the Zimbabwean top 3 in no time. The most important wicket was that of Brendan Taylor, who can be a dangerous player in the said format. Jeevan Mendes continued the good work with the ball and dented Zimbabwe by picking 3 wickets. Ajantha Mendes then returned to record his second 5-wicket haul in T20 internationals. He then went on to better his previous figures of 6 for 16 when he dismissed Kyle Jarvis for naught. The Sri Lankan spinner ultimately finished with figures of 6 for 8, the best bowling analysis in a T20 international. After a rocking start, Ajantha Mendes' international career hasn't panned out the way one would have imagined. The World T20 is an opportunity for him to make a mark and re-establish himself in the Sri Lankan team. Zimbabwe now go on to face South Africa, which would be a stern test considering their disappointing show against Sri Lanka.